Hello everyone, I am Leslie Berry of the Bond Law Firm. I'm here to talk to you today about Medicaid and budgeting and how their budgets work. Typically there are two types of budgets when you're dealing with Medicaid, and people deal with them not realizing that these are the budgets that are set. The first budget would be the eligibility budget, and this is the one that most people deal with, which is being under the $2,199 income limit. That's actually the budgeted amount of income that a person can have. Obviously, you can have a QIT set up, or what many people call a miller's trust, in order to be eligible if you're over that eligibility budget. The eligibility budget differs from what the other one is, which is the copayment budget, or what a lot of us call the applied income. And the differences are this. You can be over the income budget, which is the eligibility budget, and not be eligible. You can chop it down with the copayment budget, basically. And there are some factors that could affect the eligibility budget as well. There are a lot of times there are people who have VA income or VA pension, and a lot of people think, oh, it's aid and attendance. No, it's not. It's a pension. Usually some sort of disability-related pension, but a portion of it can be considered aid and attendance. So if a person gets, let's say, just to keep the numbers round, they get $1,500 in VA pension and they get $1,000 in Social Security. Combined, that's $2,500, which would put the person over the eligibility budget of $2,199. But if for some reason, let's say out of that $1,500 in VA, $600 of it is considered actual aid and attendance, you would actually subtract that from the eligibility budget. So you would have, instead of $1,500 plus $1,000, you would have $900 plus $1,000, which is $1,900, and they're under $2,199. The problem is most people, when they have the VA award letter, it only shows the gross amount, so they would have to go by VA, which is probably an act of Congress to get this letter from them. You would have to get something that shows $1,500 is the total income from VA, and $600 of this is aid and attendance. It would have to say it separately. But in those cases, a person could actually avoid having to get a qualified income trust checking account set up or miller's trust set up. On the other side, there's the copayment budget. So with copayment budget, you take whatever the person's total income is, and you would subtract any certain amount of deductions, such as the Medicare Part B premium of $104.90, their $60 in personal needs, their health insurance premium costs. It could also be their long-term care insurance costs as well. That's also a deductible amount from the copayment budget. Other factors could be because Medicaid doesn't cover dental for adults. You could also factor in what they call dental incurred medical expenses, or dental IMEs, which I'm sure a lot of you folks at the nursing homes deal with. And that's actually a reduction in their payment that particular month to allow them to pay the dentist. There are also other things such as certain pharmacy costs. If a person is not on Medicare Part D prescription program yet, if they make any sort of a co-payment for their drugs that particular month, as long as you send it in to Medicaid, they'll actually reduce the co-payment budget for that month to allow them to pay for their medical bills up front, or in this case, the pharmacy costs. So those are basically the two budgets that you're going to be dealing with Medicaid. If you guys have any more questions on this, on budgets or anything else, feel free to call me here at the Bond Law Firm at 281-448-4100. You can also reach me an email at l.berry@bondlawfirm.net. Again, that is l.berry, spelled B-E-R-R-Y, at bondlawfirm.net. Have a good day.